What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the RAD cast. I'm Nicki Dimalanta. My friends call me Rogue Leader.
And I'm a Nicki Dimalanta, and everybody calls me Dimmy.
Everybody?
Yeah.
Everybody in the club?
Getting tipsy.
I always thought that was is that like the radio safe edit? Or like, because I've heard, sometimes I always like, oh, getting tips. And then there's the other one, getting tits. I was like, is that?
I don't think tits was the word.
You don't think it was ever that thing? I don't know.
I don't think so.
Is it tipsy?
I mean, isn't the song called Tipsy?
Is it? I have no, music is not my thing.
I don't know. I feel like there was a lot of songs growing up that like, sometimes you only ever really, or you mostly heard the radio edit. Mm-hmm. And then when you heard the real version, you're like,
oh no.
What? So yeah, you just pointed out a song that it was like, no, I think that's what it is.
I don't know.
Everybody in the club getting tipsy.
Everybody in the club getting tipsy. I don't know. I think somebody told me like, oh no, did you know it was actually this? I'm like, no way.
You say tits.
You say tits? I was like, what? How does that make sense?
I mean,
and tips, like they said tips. I'm like, that really doesn't make sense either.
All right, check it. I'm looking at it right now. It's by Jaquan.
Yeah.
Teen drinking is very bad. Yo, I got a fake ID though. Remember that intro?
Yeah.
Nah.
It's tipsy.
Okay, so now everybody in this bitch getting tipsy.
I think that's what it was.
That's what it is. Okay, no. Yeah.
The radio safe
90% of the time we heard in the club.
Yeah.
But I guess it's everybody in this bitch getting tipsy.
Yeah. I think that's what I was thinking of. I don't know where tips and tits came from.
Stupid boys.
Probably. Just boys being boys.
Tits are funny.
Tits are funny.
Man, it was a simpler time growing up.
Yeah, then you grow up and have responsibilities. You know, it's
not great. It's not all it's cracked up to be.
It's like, oh man, I can't wait to grow up. It's like, no.
Can't wait to do whatever I want to do.
Yeah, just yeah.
Like, no, you didn't realize that you literally basically could do whatever you wanted to do back then.
Yeah.
And now you're just a tool of the war machine.
Yeah. You know? It's all a machine, partner.
It's all a machine, partner. Live free, don't join.
Yeah, because like we always talk about, like, we hear people, like, you know, other people that we're friends with are like or being like, oh man, I have no time to do anything. It's like, no, you have all the time in the world.
Yeah.
You just don't realize it.
Yeah. Yeah. I feel like there are some people in the world that they're like, I have no time. And it's like, yeah, no, you're right.
Yeah.
You don't. But I feel like of the vast majority of people, especially people like in their 20s, like, oh, I'm so tired. I don't have any time to do anything. It's like, yeah, you do. You're just not managing your time well.
Yeah. Or you don't realize all the free time you have, and like sometimes you'll be playing video games or you're scrolling through TikTok and all that stuff. It's like all that time.
That's free time.
That's free time.
Yeah.
It's like you have you just don't want to eat into your free time. I think that's what, like, when people say, oh, I don't have any time, it's like you still want to eat into your free time.
Yeah.
Because now,
if you're doing something that you want to do because it's fun, that's your free time.
Yeah. Now it's like, yeah, no.
You don't have a commitment taking you away from those fun things. There you go. There goes your free time.
Yeah, we have a lot of commitments and a lot of responsibilities.
Yeah, grown-up stuff.
Yeah, grown-up stuff. So we don't have time for anything.
Yeah. But that's not what we came here to talk about.
That's not what we came here to talk about.
You said eating up time. Eating.
Yeah, because, you know, we had this discussion on several different shows. I mean, we might as well just get into the argument.
The thing that started the whole, like, let's just talk about food. Mm-hmm. So we were talking on our other show. Mm-hmm. If you happen to, I mean, I feel like if you're listening to the show, you're probably aware of what the Schmodown is. If you're listening to this and you're not aware of what the Schmodown is and you like movies, then I highly suggest you check it out on YouTube.
100% of our audience for this show,
I'd like to think 100% are Schmodown people. Yeah. And so we have a Schmodown podcast, and we got off on a tangent, shock, about Pop-Tarts. And do you eat them toasted or untoasted?
And
raw?
Yeah. Raw or cooked. And there's only one answer.
Yeah, there is. Untoasted.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. This is something that divides our house dramatically, and just like we will wage war over this. It's toasted. They're meant to be toasted. They're pastries that are meant to be toasted.
I get it. There's a lot of things that are meant to happen. Doesn't mean this is the right way to do it. You know, there's plenty of...
There are directions on the box that tell you how to cook them in the toaster.
When do you ever read the directions on fucking
You don't need to, because you toast it.
I don't need
It's made to go in the toaster.
Touche. Just because big business is telling you to do something, just because the government's telling you to do something doesn't mean.
Would you rather have cookies fresh out of the oven or, they've been sitting around for like a day? Like leftover cookies from a fresh batch.
I understand what you're saying, but I feel like it's a little bit of apples and oranges. But I mean, obviously not fresh out of the oven because they're too hot, but I think I'm being a little pedantic here. But like, yeah, warm cookies are good.
Yeah.
But I don't want... Okay. So most of the time, Pop-Tarts, not most of the time, like basically all the time, they're filled with like jelly, jam, whatever it is.
Yeah.
Can you picture for me?
Yeah.
You're having a peanut butter and jelly sandwich and that jelly is hot.
That's not the same thing though.
Neither are cookies in the oven. So
I'm trying to find a good analogy. But why? Why do you eat them untoasted?
Because the thought of eating hot jelly or hot jam is disgusting.
It's not like, the same cookie analogy. You don't eat it straight out of the toaster. You let it cool off for a second and then,
warm.
Yeah, you eat it warm.
Warm jelly still isn't appealing. Warm jelly, warm jam, still not appealing. One of our friends who I highly fucking doubt listens to this show, but one of our Schmodown friends, Chris Anthony, he divulged that he likes to put his Pop-Tarts in the freezer.
Is an abomination.
Even that made me go, bro,
that you're on you're on your own little island there.
I mean, I'm not above trying it. I'll try it. I will one day.
I don't think so.
I mean, I don't know if he meant like frozen hard or just putting it in there for like an hour so to get cold. I don't know.
That's a heat. No, because like that'd be like what, your toast strudels out of the freezer too.
That's a bit much. I mean, I don't.
I love you, Chris, but no.
He ain't listening to this. But yeah, no. I think the main reason I don't like them toasted is because the thought of the innards being warm or hot is not appealing to me.
Have you ever had them toasted?
Yeah. And it wasn't... it's been a long time. Years.
Maybe we should try it again.
Decades.
You're more mature now. Your palate is more mature and evolved.
Word. I am pretty fucking grown up.
Classy fucking bitch now.
Yeah. Bet your ass. I will try it again because I like to learn and evolve and grow. But I can already tell you that I'm not going to prefer toasted to untoasted. Because like there was, speaking of like, oh, you're more grown up now, your palate has evolved and herp derp. I did revisit something that I haven't had in years.
What was that?
Tofu.
Oh, yeah.
So this past week, I like to, if I'm really on top of it and being a full-fledged adult, I will plan out dinners for the week.
Yeah. It's the only way to do it.
And this week, it's a way to be organized, save money when you do your groceries.
Save your time. Like
that too.
Time we don't have.
Exactly. So like I'll plan it out like, oh, Monday, Tuesday, we're having this. Wednesday, Thursday, that. Friday, we usually do the same thing every week. And then like this week, I was like, oh, we're going to have ramen, but like super ramen, where you jazz it up. And where I was going to put like some veggies and blah, blah, blah. And it was probably fucking TikTok. I think I saw somebody like, wow, look at this fucking tofu. And then they like marinated it like a certain type of meat dish.
Yeah.
And they fried it up and they're like, it gets all kind of fucking crispy on the corners. And I'm like, let me try it again. So I bought a block of tofu. Let me just cut to the chase. Still not great.
I think because we talked about it afterwards, and like I think because we put it in our ramen and it was sitting in the soup.
Because I fried it up in the pan. And I ate it straight off of the plate after I, took it out of the pan. And it was kind of like, you
get down with it.
Stomach this. Yeah. I can choke it down. But then putting it in the soup, it got soft. And that brings us to the point of I have a thing with jiggly foods.
Jiggly foods.
Can't do it. Tofu pretty jiggly. Even though I bought like firm or extra firm.
Firm like mutton.
Firm like mutton. But yeah, because I saw some fucking person on TikTok and they're like, make sure you press all the water out of it and blah, blah, blah. And then you fry it up. And the longer you fry it, the tougher it'll get. Like, and it'll get like meatier. Meatier. But yeah, so I tried and I'm like, okay, I'm going to fry it up. But I'm also not going to stand here for a fucking hour while I burn it to a crisp. But yeah, putting it in the soup probably softened it back up, which wasn't great. And also taking it straight out of the package.
Yeah.
Like You know how they say, I feel like there was a commercial. You know how they say that scent is the strongest sense tied to memory?
That's like, what was that? Like an Old Spice commercial?
I don't know. I feel like I remember hearing that in a commercial.
It was one of those. I think it was Axe.
I mean, I know it's like a well-known fact, but I feel like I remember hearing it in an ad of some sort. But I'm pretty sure they're right because like I opened the tofu and I got a whiff of it for some reason. I wasn't trying to, but it smelled. And I smelled it and it just triggered something in my brain where I was like, ooh, oh no. Uh-oh. This is not, it hasn't even made it to the pan and I'm already disgusted. Because like it smelled shockingly like when I was in my anatomy physiology classes in either and or both high school and college. And we did organ dissections. And, you know, you took preserved organs, kidneys, hearts, eyeballs, whatever the case may be, whatever we were dissecting at the time. I don't know if it's formaldehyde specifically or a mixture of anything they use to preserve those organs, but hot damn did that tofu remind me of that, which was not appetizing. I don't think I ate even half the dinner because I was like, I'm not fucking hungry anymore. Yeah. So, yeah, no. Can't do jiggly stuff. Jell-O makes me instantly gag.
Yeah. You've never been good with Jell-O. And I like all this other stuff too. Like I love seafood. Like seafood is like one of the top. Like if there's like top 3 things I will never say no to: pizza, Chinese food, and seafood.
Any type of seafood?
I do draw lines on certain things.
Sure, like urchin.
Urchin.
Something really exotic.
Yeah, something really. Yeah, I mean like snails. Escargot. I'm not really into that.
Why? Is it the taste, the texture? What is it?
I think it's both. I had it a long time ago and I was like, no, it's.
Which I find interesting.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. I can't confidently say whether or not I've ever had escargot. I know my brother used to like it, but like, I can't confidently say if I have or not. But what makes me surprised is that if you're saying, oh, it's the taste and maybe the texture, it surprises me that you wouldn't be into escargot, but you are into oysters.
Well, it's different
because
though.
That's like
oysters
slimy.
Are good. I love oysters.
Snot.
Yeah. No, I think it's the fact that it's like, oh, I'm eating snails.
Oh, maybe
I think that's what I think it's more of like a mental thing. Is like because I'm sure I've mentioned this on other shows before. Balut.
Ooh, nope.
That I will never fucking do.
I mean, I respect the culture. It's a really, really popular dish in Filipino culture. Yeah. It's like a preserved duck egg, right?
Mm-hmm. It's
a
developed,
partially developed duck
egg. Yeah.
Egg where you know you crack it open and there is a little bit of a bird in there.
Yeah, you can actually see it.
Yeah.
And like it's not developed enough to where the bones aren't like fully formed.
Yeah, but it's also not like cracking an egg from Publix.
Yeah, no, yeah, it's not like you see the fucking yolk. It's like, oh yeah, that's a bird.
Oh, that's a bird in there.
That's a bird, and you crack the top of it and you slurp it down, and it's like, nope, I will never do that.
I respect the culture, and it's rich in the Filipino culture is rich.
Oh, it is.
But there's just certain things that I'm okay.
Yeah, there's there's plenty of other things in Filipino culture that I like. Food, especially, I loved so much. Filipino.
That's just
food.
one thing that I'm okay.
That's just one thing I will never. Oh, because I remember my buddy Eddie did one year. He's like, oh, it wasn't as bad as I thought. But
have your parents had it?
I think my mom. I imagine my mom has. I don't think my dad ever.
I gotta ask her. What she thought of it.
That is, I will never do that because it's just that one thing. It's like, hey, yep, that's a fucking bird.
Yeah, well, because also people in the Philippines, they're probably like, that's normal everyday shit.
Yeah,
but for Americans, that's like, wow, that's pretty
exotic. That's extreme.
Extreme.
Yeah, it's
extreme
very
cuisine. You know.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's certain things like that I'm like,
and I'm sure it's good. I'm sure if you just get over it, but I just can't.
Especially if it's part of your
my
life
heritage,
growing up. But like, it's part of your heritage, but you also grew up in America. If you grew up in the Philippines, it might be like, what's the big deal?
Yeah, you look at me and my brothers, we're so Americanized that like I really didn't get in touch with my Filipino side until I got to college. Yeah. And I joined the Filipino Student Association. I was part of the dance troupe, and we did all the traditional dances and stuff. That's when I really started to like, oh yeah, because we talk about it all the time. We all have that
finding yourself
phase, getting in touch with your culture and stuff like that. And that was my stage. But yeah, growing up, I was very Americanized. I never really learned about balut until we went to the Filipino festivals. I'm like, what is that? It's like, oh no, I don't think I want that. Yeah, no. But Yeah, but I think seafood, but like, because it's different. Oysters, I know what I'm eating, and like, but
it's just so slurpy and slimy. I that I can confidently say I've never eaten because
you never had oysters.
Oh God,
I remember
probably would have vomited if I did.
When Chris and Netta got married, they had an oyster bar. I'm like, fuck yeah, I'm gonna be at there at all.
Yeah, you're right. No, I didn't touch it. It was
so good.
Didn't touch it.
Oh my God,
not at all.
Seafood.
No desire. I'd probably throw up. I'd rather eat Jello.
Really?
Probably.
Wow. Yeah. There's very few things of seafood that I will just straight up say no to.
Oh, and I'm not like the biggest seafood person. Like it depends. I'll eat your salmons and your tunas and your even tilapia. Even though I heard that tilapia is not like the best kind of fish to eat, but like that kind of stuff.
Shrimp, crab, lobster, scallops,
shrimp gumbo, shrimp soup. Yeah, stuff like that. Scallops. Yeah.
I love scallops.
Where it starts to get a little weird for me is things like calamari,
mussels,
a little rubbery.
Yeah.
If it's fried to shit, where it's just crunchy.
Oh yeah.
But if it's like rubbery, I'm like, why am I doing this?
I love calamari.
Oh, just sit here and chew it like a pack of fucking extra bubble gum.
Yeah, I will say that I have to be in the mood for squid or octopus because those have very distinct flavors. So it has to be like prepared in the right dish, and I have to be in the mood for it. But I still won't say no to it though.
And speaking of seafood, you'll actually do the raw fish in sushi and nigiri or whatever.
Yeah.
Sashimi? I forget the words. I think sashimi is the one where it's a block of rice and a raw piece of fish on top. I forget what nigiri is specifically.
I think it's just the fish.
Maybe.
Yeah.
It's been a while since we've been out to like sushi. We've been to places that have sushi, but
yeah, like straight up just having sushi.
I can't.
It's been a while.
You know how you're talking about like mental blocks where it's like, ew, I don't know if I could eat snails. I just can't get past I'm eating something raw.
Why not? It's good. It's good.
Because America. Because it's like, no, I'm supposed to nuke things before I eat them. Otherwise, I'm going to get sick.
Yeah, because when you have steak, I'm like, come on.
Okay, give me a break. I've grown up. I've evolved. I've matured. Yes, I'll say it. I'll give a shit. I have no problem with eating a well done steak. No problem. Especially if I have like A1 or something to dip it in.
That's the only thing that saves it.
Not a fucking problem for me.
Yeah.
But now I'm like, I'll take medium for sure. Like definitely. Growing up, I was like, I don't know, it's kind of red. But like now, it's like, yeah, give me medium, especially so people don't make fun of me. Yeah. But
I've learned how to make a pretty good steak.
Yeah, you can't leave me with steak. Like I know I do the majority of the cooking because patriarchy. But if steak ever comes into the conversation, it's like nope. Unless you want me to.
That's daddy's job.
Unless you want me to fucking ruin it, you don't want me making steak.
Yeah, no, I've Gordon Ramsay taught me good. Not that I studied, I don't know. I just watched a YouTube video of how you prepare steak, and I do a pretty mean steak.
Yeah, but like, yeah, I'm not the biggest seafood person. However, and I'm sure we've mentioned this before, but like, we went to this seafood restaurant in Korea. And I remember because we were in Korea. We met up with your best buddy Eddie that you were just talking about. And then a Taekwondo friend of yours who is actually Korean, like from Korea, lives in Korea.
Yeah, he lives in Korea right now too.
And he met us for a night where he was like, I'm gonna fucking take you guys out for the night of your lives.
Yeah, on a Wednesday.
I'm like, you know what, YOLO. And so, and I think we I don't know if you, me, and Eddie had already eaten something.
I think we had.
I feel like we might have eaten something at some point. And then Johan was like, yo, I'm gonna take you to the seafood restaurant. And I'm like, ugh.
Oh,
First of all, we already ate. And second of all, seafood. Ugh.
Honey bunny. So good.
We go to the seafood restaurant. Another friend of his comes in. He was real cool. I forget his name, but he was really cool.
He's like a music producer or something.
Yeah. But like we go to the seafood restaurant. I'm not even hungry. And it's seafood. Exclusively. I'm like, I'm good. Not even hungry. And then they bring out those little like grill things.
Yeah, it was like a propane, like the mini propane tank thing.
And it wasn't like your traditional Korean barbecue in the table range type thing. It was like, I don't even know how to describe it.
Yeah, it's like a tabletop grill thing, like a camping thing with like a small little propane tank.
Wire grill type thing. And they brought us like, seafood mixtures like on a clamshell.
Yeah.
And like
cooked them in the clamshells.
Yeah. And you throw the fucking clamshell onto, and it was just like you're cooking your own seafood in front of yourself. And I was like, I guess I'll try it. I was like, oh shit.
I think the thing that got you because they had cheese on top of it, melted cheese.
Put cheese on anything, and I'm like,
yeah, because I remember
I guess I should try it.
It's like scallops, shrimps, I think there was some crab in there too.
Probably. I'll get down with crab. I'll get down with
I think they
lobster.
actually had like one of them had kimchi on top of with melted cheese.
Another thing that it's like, yeah, you put that on and I'll eat it.
Yeah, that was so good.
Yeah, I remember eating the first thing and I'm like, damn, that was actually pretty good.
I guess I'm hungry.
And
now.
they're like, hey, try this. I'm like, all right.
Yeah.
Oh shit, that was actually pretty good too. Factor in the fact that we are drinking soju mixed into our beer.
Yeah, we're drinking our body's weight worth of soju and beer.
And next thing I know, I'm eating fucking second breakfast dinner. Eating my body weight in seafood, drinking my body weight in soju and beer. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, seafood's not that bad. I guess it depends on what it is and how you prepare it. Cheese. But
cheese. Just put melted cheese on top of it. Nicki will eat anything.
Oh my God. I am a cheese monster for sure.
Yeah.
Can't get enough. So good. Especially on like a Friday or Saturday night after we've had a couple drinks, if there's like a bag of shredded cheese in the fridge, grabbing it by the fistful, shoveling it into my fucking gullet.
I'm like, what are you doing? She'll turn around like fucking gull. I'm like, what?
I just be like huddled in the fridge, eating like tiny little fingerfuls of shredded cheese, and what are you doing? I like turn around, I got cheese hanging out of my fucking mouth. Like, don't look at me.
Don't shame me, precious.
Or if we got like string cheese in the house, oh boy.
It always reminds me that episode of Brooklyn Nine-Nine when Amy and what's her name? Gina.
Rosa? Oh.
And Gina are on that extreme diet with Terry.
Yeah.
And Santiago is like sort of tapped out. They're looking for her. And they find her huddled behind a delivery truck or something, and she like has a burger in her hand. She's like, it's just
that's me.
Yeah,
absolutely.
It's my fourth.
Shame eating shredded cheese straight out of the bag, except minus the shame because I don't fucking care. It's great. Oh man, yeah.
But
cheese makes everything better.
Speaking of maturing, of like food wise, like I remember. Before we even when we started dating, onions was like, nope.
Yeah.
I hate onions. I can't. Yeah. We'd always go out to eat and I'd eat around the onions. Oh, it has onions in it. Oh. Now it's like
you still got a weird thing with them.
It's if they're cooked, I'll eat them. But like
kind of.
So yeah, to a point.
Depends.
It depends on how it's prepared, but like
and how obvious they are.
Yeah. We'll not have it on my pizza.
We'll not have it on pizza.
We'll not have it on sandwiches.
Have it on salads or sandwiches. You don't do raw onions.
Yeah, no.
But the
get out of my face.
Interesting thing is, I know we just said no raw, and it's okay if it's cooked most of the time. But the ironic thing, I'm sure you know where I'm going with this already, is that your favorite soup is French onion soup.
Yes.
Which is fucking littered with onions.
Yes, it is.
But you know what else? Cheese.
Yes, I think that's what saves it. It's doused with cheese.
Cheese and bread. Bread makes you fat.
Bread makes you fat?
But yeah, there's certain things that like, oh, I don't like broccoli. Oh, I don't like this vegetable. I don't like that. I'm like, grow up.
Yeah.
You're an adult. But, you know, everyone's got their own shit.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I get it.
Besides like Jell-O and all that stuff, what is one like specific food item that you will absolutely just like, nope, will not do it. If you find any trace of it in any meal, nope, will not eat it. I don't think I have one anymore because onions used to be that for me, but now it's like, how is it prepared?
Like I just find it repulsive.
Yeah,
and we're not talking about like extreme stuff, like
a basic,
pretty run of the mill stuff.
Yeah, like because I know, like I just said, onions. Like if I find onions in my burrito,
like we're not talking about partially developed ducks.
Yeah, no.
Okay, we're talking about like stuff you could readily find.
Yeah, because to this day, if an onion's in my sandwich or in my salad or in my fucking Taco Bell burrito. Spit it
I know
out.
Your whole night's ruined.
My whole night, yeah. Whenever I find an onion in my Taco Bell burrito, even specifically,
I said, throw the burrito on the table like those fucking idiots.
Yeah, it's like they did it again. How hard is your job?
I have half a mind to drive back there and give them a piece of my mind.
They did it again.
Oh,
I told you no onions.
Okay, well, you know, I say this, but I actually just ate something somewhat recently with this in it. This is a hard question to just think of off the fly because I'm sure there are things, but like I've never been a big fan of olives.
That's fair.
Never been a big fan of olives. Never been a big fan of pickles.
Really?
Never. I mean,
yeah, you always give me your pickles when we have like burgers or something.
And like olives, I'm kind of like, they're just kind of weird. They're really salty. They have a weird flavor.
Depends on
However, somewhat recently, probably less than a month ago when I was at work. We were having like a potluck and somebody made this like 7-layer dip, whatever. And it had some olives in it, black olives. And I was like, well, I am a sucker for dips, especially dips of this kind. Yeah. Cheese too.
Cheese.
Sour cream, love it.
Oh, yeah.
Salsa, whatever. Avocado, take it or leave it. But when it's all put together, great. But there were olives. And I was sitting in a room with my coworkers, and I didn't want to be like,
olives,
and like picking things out of my.
Yeah.
So I was like, let me just try it. And I was like, it's not bad.
Pretty good.
I don't want a mouthful of olives. But, that's definitely something that if it was like on my pizza, I'd be picking it off.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't mind olives on my pizza.
I'd be picking it off.
I think the only toppings that I will not tolerate on my pizza, onions at the top of that list. Sometimes green peppers will fuck with me. But
bell peppers or pepperoni?
Green peppers. Peppers, just peppers. Like,
oh, okay. Spicy peppers?
Not really.
Pepperoncinis?
Banana pepper, like.
Oh, banana pepper. I like banana peppers.
I don't mind those, but like, certain, like Papa John's sells green peppers. The Works has, back to my roots, is like onions, green peppers, pepperoni, I think ham. But
I would eat pepperoni, like pepperoni slices for pizza. I would eat it by the fistful as a meal. Oh yeah.
Yeah, no, but onions is at the top of that list. Olives was one of those where I can tolerate it, but I would prefer not to have olives on my pizza. I know the big hot topic, pineapple. Will you eat pineapple on your pizza?
Yeah, it wouldn't be my first choice, but I'd eat it.
It depends on if it's just straight up cheese and pineapple. No, get out of my face.
So, yeah, that's a little weird.
That's weird.
It's kind of the same as it's the same as Pop-Tarts kind of. It's like, do I want warm pineapple? Not really.
Yeah. But I
can do it, but I don't really I'm not going to seek it out.
I think that's what everybody's getting hung up on. It's like, oh, you like pineapple in your pizza. It's like, no, I like it paired with something else. It's
salty sweet.
Yeah, salty
ham
sweet.
And pineapple.
Ham and pineapple, Hawaiian style. That's that you can't just I want pineapple on my pizza.
I'd like hand tossed pizza. Pineapples only.
Like, what are you, a heat? It's like, that's where I will draw the line. People always have that argument.
Sociopath?
Yeah. It's like, just pineapple? Are you kidding me?
I want raw onions and pineapple on top of my pizza.
Oh, no. Get out of my face with that. Ugh. That's disgusting. No, but you have to pair it with something. You can't. It's like, would you drink whiskey with, I don't know.
Let me stop you right there. I'm not drinking whiskey.
Well,
but
go
ahead.
You know what I mean? Would you pair like a wine with
Coke?
It's like.
Some people do.
Well, you know what I mean? Like
wine and orange juice. Fuck no. Why would I?
No. Like you want to pair your drink. You want to pair your wine with a certain food that will complement the wine. It's the same thing with pineapple.
Yeah.
Put ham on it it's salty and sweet. Yeah. So it's like sweet and savory.
Sure.
So that's the thing. And people always argue, pineapple on your pizza. It's like, no, put something else on it. I'm not dumb and eating just pineapples.
Yeah.
That's dumb.
One pineapple weird.
It is.
I can do it.
And I also did grow up eating Hawaiian style pizza. Yeah.
Yeah. Some people are like, I'd rather fucking punch myself in the face.
There is that one pizza that Papa John sells is the barbecue chicken and bacon.
That's good stuff.
But no onions. But there is a Hawaiian version of that where it's the barbecue sauce with bacon and pineapple. That is delicious.
I would mow that down.
That is so good.
Absolutely.
Like if you don't like pineapple on your pizza, give that pizza a try. I know people shit on Papa John's all the time, but that is every time you order, when you order a specialty pizza, that is one I was like, try this. If you like onions, you can tolerate the onions, but otherwise take the onions off. It's so good.
That's not bad. We haven't had that in a long time.
The other one that I really loved was the I don't think they sell it anymore. The spinach Alfredo chicken tomato.
Yeah. That's good stuff too.
Thin crust. You get the thin crust of both of those pizza.
Yeah.
Ooh,
I'd rather the barbecue chicken, but the other one's good too.
Yeah.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Let's switch gears a little bit. What if it's a Friday night, Saturday night?
Mm-hmm.
You're at home, we're staying in, as we do most of the time.
Yeah.
What's your snack?
Ooh, my snack of choice?
Like favorite snacks. Or like, the spoiler alert, Andrew doesn't like Funyuns.
Yeah.
They're good though.
So
weird, but good. So
this is why we have this conversation all the time of when we're getting more friends. It's like if I was a streamer, I'd be 500 pounds because I have to snack while I game.
I know I
have to.
I don't know what it is. Even if I'm not hungry, I'm like,
I have to have something.
I just like to have something there.
Yeah. So it's usually Cape Cod chips.
Yeah.
But recently, and we just ran out, and people will probably be like, "What are those?
Well, yeah, if they've never been exposed to them, yeah.
Shrimp chips.
Yeah.
I grew up on shrimp chips.
Yes.
And I love them. And like you always say, it's like, why are these so good? It's like,
okay, so if Andrew says the term shrimp chips and you're like, excuse me, then what you need to do is bring yourself over to your nearest neighborhood Asian market, especially if they have, they're going to have a snack section.
Oh, yeah.
And Calbee makes some good ones. Shrimp chips, they're just like, puffed. If you think of like a puffed Cornish type snack, like a Cheeto, that type of crunchy, airy.
It looks like
whatever,
like a French fry.
It looks like a French fry, but puffy and crunchy like a Cheeto-ish. And now erase Cheeto from your mind. No cheese at all. It tastes kind of like shrimp.
It's shrimp seasoning.
it's
shrimp flavored cracker.
Puffy, crunchy, French fry shaped cracker.
I hesitate to say chip.
Cracker's not the word. Chip's not the word.
It's
a puffed snack.
It's a puffed snack, yeah.
And it's got like shrimp flavoring on it. Now I'm not gonna lie. When we first started dating and you first whipped out a bag of those, I'm like, what the fuck are you doing?
It's like, it's shrimp chips.
You opened it, I'm like, it doesn't smell like anything I want to put into my body. And for a while, I don't think I tried them. And then one day I tried them, I'm like, that's not so bad. Especially coming from somebody who's not a big seafood fan. Over the years, every time you'd have one, I'm like, let me try them again. And now I'm like, not that I'm like, oh my God, obsessed, can't get enough. It's just, if they're there, I'm fucking eat them.
Yeah, and the thing is, you have one and you keep having them.
Yeah, and they're
so good.
And it's not even like I'm like, oh, these are so amazing. They're just good.
Yeah, it's like you can't stop eating them. They're just like, because I grew up with these things. My mom would always come home with at least 5 bags of them. And
that's why we had them, was because Andrew's parents came to visit us over, a weekend, a month or two ago. And Andrew's mom stopped by the Asian market and stocked us up.
She made the mistake of getting the wrong ones though. Because
you wouldn't eat them.
Yeah, I still, because those ones were different. They have a little more extreme shrimp flavor.
They're a little bit more pungent.
A little more pungent, but I still ate the shit out of them because they're still good. But you have to get what was the brand called again? It was
Calbee.
Calbee. They have polka dots.
Pink polka dots
on the bagging. You have to get those ones because those are the ones I had all the time. And she recently had the ones where they kind of look like pork rinds.
Yeah, those are odd.
Those are oddly good. I want to like track those down and see if
I'm sure
our Asian store has them. Because
I'm absolutely sure they do.
Oh my God. But yeah, those you say shrimp chips. It's like
seaweed crack.
The seaweed snacks are good too.
They got to be spicy though.
Yeah, the red pepper ones. The wasabi ones are.
I like them.
I like them, but I prefer, if I'm gonna get them, either the original or the red pepper ones.
Yeah,
those ones are so good.
But like Cape Cods, going back to that, on their own, boring. If I'm gonna have Cape Cods, I would prefer to have something to dip them in.
It's some dippy.
I'd like to whip up some dippy. If I'm snacking and if I have my choice, I could snap my little fingers and have whatever I want in front of me.
Shredded cheese.
I got a couple. Well, yeah. Don't put it past me. Precious. If I had just a bowl of, it's funny because like people at my work, when I did work at the hospital, I didn't really, I would pack lunch light because, I'm trying to like not eat like a moron and trying to be healthy and watch my calories. Herp derp. So I wouldn't bring big lunches because, I'm not trying to get sleepy at work either. So everybody at work had this like notion of me that like, I know that you like to eat really healthy. And I know that you like to be really healthy. Cause like all they see me eating is like a little salad or like I'd have like cucumber slices with some dip or carrot sticks or whatever. And I'm like, I'm really just trying to save calories so I can eat like a shit pig when I get home. You guys see me in the calorie saving phase. This is so later I can have a big dinner and not feel bad about it. Because if you gave me a bowl of shredded cheese and a bowl of like pepperoni, baby girl, there's my dinner. But like if I'm
dinner.
But like if I'm just snacking on regular people's snacks, can't go wrong with Pringles.
Pringles are very good.
Orange tube or green tube. Plain original, absolutely. But I'd rather have something with a little bit more.
I like the pizza flavor. Pizza flavors,
whatever.
I'll take extreme.
I'll take it if it's the only one that's there. But I'd rather have green and orange. Cheese, it's always a crowd pleaser. Cheetos.
Favorite chip. Like,
favorite flavor of chip?
A flavor of chip. Like what like?
Probably.
Just Cape Cods are good. Like just a basic like. Okay.
Sour cream and onion, or like the cheddar cheese, or they have like the sour cream cheese.
Sour cream and cheese is
cream
good too.
and cheddar cheese. That's a good one. Usually orange colored.
Yeah.
For
orange flavor.
Orange flavor. I like green or orange flavored chips. It's typically the packaging those two flavors come in.
Yeah.
You think about Lay's potato chips, Pringles, it's always green and orange for those two flavors.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, those are probably Cheetos, like I said, great.
You can't go wrong with barbecue flavored chips.
They're all right.
I love barbecue chips.
They're all right.
Come on.
I feel like those would be my go-tos.
Yeah.
Pringles. Good old-fashioned chips and queso.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Ooh, chips and salsa. Like,
I'd rather have queso.
What are the brand of chips that I usually get for
Xochitl?
Xochitl, yeah. And
those
then
thin ones?
Yeah, the thin ones. And then we have to get the one that salsa.
Mateos.
Yes, Mateos from Publix.
Yeah. Well, it's not exclusive.
Yeah, but yeah, that's where we usually find them.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's a great combination.
Yeah.
So good.
Man. Or
I'm hungry now.
I know, like I'm not even.
I'm not hungry. I'm just munchy.
I just want to put something in my fucking face. Popcorn.
Probably.
What? Okay. Would you rather have regular ass popcorn or like the white cheddar?
Ooh.
Like flavored.
I'm a simple man.
You are a simple man.
I'm a very simple. I have simple tastes. Not just with food. Just like my entire style is just very simple.
Simple, minimal in certain situations.
In certain situations, yeah. But like I'm very easy to please.
Yeah.
In certain situations, but like
yeah. I tend to like bold flavors.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if you could believe it, I know that there's like jokey, funny stereotypes out there, but Andrew says that sometimes I over season my food.
Yeah.
That's just the way I like it.
Just the way I like it.
So you got a lot of sevens in this hand.
It seems to be a lot of aces in this deck.
That's
just the way I like it.
I like flavor.
Yeah.
You know, I like to have spicy stuff. Okay, what are your thoughts on like hot Cheetos? If I eat too much of them,
there was a time where that was all we were eating.
Yeah, but like there's certain like I love spice.
Yeah,
definitely. But for whatever reason, whatever kind of spice they use on, I don't know if it was the flaming hot ones or the like jalapeno cheddar ones.
I think it was the flaming hot ones.
I think you're right. If I ate too many, it gave me a little bit of a tummy ache.
Yeah.
I don't know what spices it was because typically spice is like nice, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Must be whatever they use in that powder.
I've been finding, I don't know if the older I get, I can't handle more spice, but I've been having trouble with spices.
Baby boy.
Yeah, especially like we go to like get pub subs. I would
too many jalapenos.
I'd have to go. Even now, I say light jalapenos. They basically put like 5 jalapenos in the entire a whole sub, and it's still too much for me. Not like I can handle the spice, but like later on is
the
not,
aftermath.
Yeah, it's not good.
Yeah.
So
it's not a matter of tolerating the spice. It's a matter of
just
processing.
I don't know if it's the jalapenos because usually that's what it is.
Yeah.
Because I can have a whole 2 packets of ramen.
Yeah.
And be fine. But for whatever reason, the jalapenos in my ultimate sub with tomatoes, lettuce, boar's head pickles,
and light jalapenos.
I love having that spice in there, but it's like I can't do it.
No, with me, I'll drown things in hot sauce. I'll drown things in
but that's the thing, like
spicy seasonings.
I'll put hot sauce all over everything and be fine. It's just
jalapenos, kind of.
I don't know, it might be the seeds or something. I don't know. Anybody out there that's like
there's different sources of spice.
What is a
GI?
A GI doctor? Any GI doctors listening to the show? Any of our friends? Any
GI specialists out there?
Let me know, please, because I want to have jalapenos in my subs.
Maybe you can counter it with some like fucking milk or something.
Maybe. I don't know.
Coat your stomach. Poor baby.
No, I love having it in my subs though.
I know.
I don't know. Maybe it's the boar's head pickles. I gotta experiment.
Do a little experimentation.
I'll swap because I specifically say boar's head pickles. Maybe it's the boar's head pickles. We gotta try that.
Okay. I'm down with experimenting with public subs.
We'll have subs this weekend.
Fine by me.
Ooh, maybe I can ask them, like, can you put half boar's head pickles, half regular pickles?
You're
I'm
smart.
trying something.
Smart.
I know Publix isn't in the best of situations right now, but
trying to see what gives me the sweats later.
Yeah. Sweats.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Well, at least you don't get like heartburn and stuff.
Yeah, that one. I think that's a big tell. It's like it's not. Maybe it is the boar's head pickles because like it doesn't.
Maybe you just want it to be the boar's head pickles.
Maybe yeah. I'm hoping because I love having jalapenos in my subs.
I think you're just wishful thinking. Well, I feel like there was something else food-wise that we were like trying to think of.
Doc, why do you hate Dr. Pepper so much?
Oh God, because it tastes like fucking medicine. Oh my God. I really don't see. It's so gross. Now, if you ask me, would I rather take a Jell-O shot or drink a cup of Dr. Pepper?
You have to do Dr. Pepper because you.
How big of a glass are we talking?
A
regular size, a can of
Dr. Pepper.
Or we're talking like a Jell-O shot or like a cup of Jell-O?
A cup of, like a snack pack size worth of.
I gave you my snack pack.
Like a cup, like a lunchable, like
Because when we were talking about like a Jell-O shot, I was like, well, it's not a lot of volume.
Yeah.
But if you're talking about a full size cup, like that I put in my fucking lunchbox as a kid.
Yeah, that, or you choke down an entire can of
that
Dr. Pepper.
much Jell-O. I might need to choke down the Dr. Pepper.
Yeah. I remember
because at least it's not jiggly. It just tastes like ass. It's medicine and ass.
I remember specifically when we were first starting dating. It's like I don't really want to share my drink. I'm just get Dr. Pepper. I still do it to this day.
I know you do. Oh, what you have to drink, Dr. Pepper? Man, fuck you too.
I love you.
Because there's no drink really that you're like, ugh.
No.
Soda wise, Dr. Pepper is just disgusting. I don't think there's really anything.
There's not really anything like
cherry, anything Dr. Pepper is gross. It just tastes like medicine. I don't know. But then again, there was this one drink that we used to get at Rum Fest, and it was like a dragonberry or something like dragonberry rum or whatever.
Yeah, it was what brand of rum was it?
Malibu. I don't.
No, it wasn't Malibu. It was
Bacardi?
Bacardi, yes.
And it was like a dragon. It wasn't dragon fruit. I think it was dragonberry.
Yeah, something like that.
And I just remember when I think they put it in a Coke because, oh my God, that was such a good time. We used to go to this like yearly thing called Rum Fest.
Is that still happening?
We're just old now. But like there used to be a thing every year in downtown where it'd be Rum Fest and you would pay whatever flat fee to get in.
Yeah, it was just the cover. I think it was like $50 cover.
I don't remember.
Something like that.
I don't remember. But like you would get in and it would be unlimited for however many couple of hours. And there would be all these different booths of like this flavored rum and this type of mixture and this type of whatever.
Yeah, it was just a big marketing thing for all the rum.
Yeah, a lot of Bacardi, a lot of Malibu, whatever, all the rum, Captain Morgan, like, and there would just be all these different flavored stands and they'd be marketing their brands and whatever. And I do remember specifically that there was like that dragonberry one. And I was like,
they were always out.
I was like, you know what? It kind of tastes like a melted like cherry Coke Slurpee, but I'm into it. That's the only thing that I would drink happily that has any kind of cherry taste to it. Because other than that, might as well be giving me like cough syrup. Disgusting.
We gotta look that up, see if it's still, because it was it Church Street downtown that they did it. I think that's where all the big
downtown is downtown. All of it's the same.
No, Church Street is usually when they have things like that. That's usually what happens there. But yeah, that was fun times.
That was fun times.
It had to be around this time, right? Or was
I feel like it was during like October-ish.
Yeah, like late, like fall, like right around that time. I think it was.
Yeah, but I remember the last couple times or the last time or whatever we went, it was like hot as balls.
Yeah.
And I'm like, the thought of just being sweaty and drunk is not my cup of tea. Yeah. Unless I'm at the beach.
And
that's the only place where it's okay to be sweaty and drinking.
You just jump in the water.
Exactly. But I don't want to be downtown.
Yeah, I do remember because we went 3 years in a row, I believe, something like that.
I don't remember.
We did back to back or something like that. I remember the cups got smaller every year because I remember the first time we went, there was like almost like those small solo cup ones, not a full size solo cup, but
like 4 or so ounces.
Yeah, it was a pretty decent size cup. Like they're giving us that much because you'd carry your own cup around and they pour it in.
Right.
So
we were ahead of the times, COVID wise.
Yeah.
Very
but then I specifically remember the years after the cup got smaller.
Yeah, I was like,
smaller.
What is this? It's like a goddamn shot glass?
Yeah.
Damn, I paid you good money. Fill her up.
Yeah.
It's like
it was crowded too. It was a big crowd.
But it was a really good time.
Yeah, it was a good time.
But yeah, I just remember that one drink because it kind of reminded me of like a melted cherry Coke Slurpee. I'm like, it's not bad.
It is good.
I go back for seconds and thirds and fourths. But Dr. Pepper's disgusting.
I do remember that line being very long because it
was great.
It was good. Yeah. It was really good.
Fantastic. Cherry Coke's gross though. So
yeah, I don't think there's anything soda wise that I wouldn't drink.
No, probably not.
Orange soda I really like.
Root beer, good shit.
Root beer is good shit. Mountain Dew, cream soda, Pepsi or Coke. I like over the years. I'm more of a Coke guy now.
You know what I don't want in my fucking drink? Mint.
I don't think there's any mint drink out there.
I mean, I'm talking like a mojito.
Oh yeah, I love mojitos.
What is mojito, rum?
Yes.
I don't know. Oh, mint, no thanks. Just like the age-old debate of mint chocolate chip ice cream.
Get out of my face. I love it.
Disgusting. Disgusting.
It's my favorite flavor of ice cream.
Oh, great. Toothpaste? Cool. Cold? Okay. Tastes kind of like toothpaste. Tastes kind of like ice cream. Gross. And then it also has chocolate chips in it. One thing that you have done from the beginning of our relationship that I have never really fully understood or grasped, I feel like I understand kind of, but I'm also like, what are you doing? And we've been together for 15 years now.
Yeah.
When you get like a chocolate bar, you put it in the fridge.
Because it doesn't melt. We're in Florida, honey.
I'm well aware of that. I was born and raised here, unlike you. I'm well aware that it's Florida.
I haven't done that in a while, actually.
But like, why do I want to eat cold chocolate? It's hard. I feel like you don't taste it as much.
I don't do that anymore.
Well, good. You've grown up. But like, when chocolate is cold, it gets harder. And for some reason, I feel like you just don't taste it as much when it's cold.
Well, it lasts longer. You're like, it's like, because I think what I did was I broke up a piece. Because like now when you just eat it, it's like, oh, it's gone.
Yeah.
I used to like break off a little bricks like Hershey's bars. Then you have the little bricks. You brick and you put it in your mouth and you don't chew it. You like you suck on it like a hard candy. It lasts so much longer. I think that's why I did it. But I don't do that anymore. So don't shame me.
Because it's weird. But like mint chocolate chip ice cream, now we're talking little bits of chocolate that are just hard and virtually tasteless because they're so cold. And I'm surrounding them with mint flavored ice cream. Disgusting.
We're going to meet so many new people coming up in a couple of months. Well, a couple of weeks. And we're going to be like, all right, if we're going to be friends, we need to know.
How do you take your Pop-Tarts?
How do you take your Pop-Tarts?
Do you eat mint chocolate chip ice cream? Dr. Pepper thoughts?
Yeah. Those are the 3 questions we're going to ask all of our new friends. Like, all right, if like...
I feel like those are our biggest food points of contention.
Yeah. Like whose side are you on and who's one of us? Yeah. Which one of us are you going to vibe with more? Are
you Team Stark or Team Cap? Like, come on, man.
Which one are you if that's the thing?
I feel like I'm probably Tony Stark in this.
Yeah, you're Stark and I'm.
I mean, if you're Captain America, you're like, excuse me, on the box it says you need to put in the toaster for 3 minutes. That just feels like a Steve Rogers type thing, like rule following. And well, why wouldn't I like mint chocolate? Mint's great, keeps you fresh. I feel like that would be like a Steve.
He's
Rogers
a doctor. You got to listen to him.
Got fucking 39 flavors. How much better could I get? I don't know. Isn't there like a lot of flavors or whatever?
20 something flavors. I don't know.
I know 31's Baskin Robbins, but I feel like there's like a certain number that's associated with Dr. Pepper. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I feel like Tony Stark would be like, no, fuck it. Raw Pop-Tarts, bro. I got shit to do. Can't spend too much time on this fucking Pop-Tart. I got to eat it and I got to go. I got machines to make.
Oh, man. All right. So before we get out of here, on 3, your flavor of Pop-Tart, regardless if it's toasted or not.
Oh, easy.
3, 2, 1.
Brown
cherry.
Sugar cinnamon.
Cherry.
Nah.
It's cherry. I'll fuck with strawberry, but if I had a choice, cherry.
Brown sugar cinnamon. It's just
it's
S tier.
I'll eat it, but I would prefer cherry.
Because I'm not a big fan of like filled foods, which is essentially exactly what a Pop-Tart is. So like never been a big pie fan because it's just a lot of slimy fruit in between crust. And if you give me a pie, I'm probably just going to eat the crust.
That's where our daughter gets it from. She likes the crust.
Probably. You give me like an apple pie, I'm going to eat the crust and I'm not going to eat the big floppity slices of apple. I'll eat the like brown sugary filling-ish. But the big fucking slices of slimy floppy apple, leave it behind, brother. I don't want it. So... I don't like, and like your favorite donut, Boston cream.
Oh, that's oh, I love it.
You know,
so
good. When people have cakes and they have like fucking jam in the middle, I'm like, what are you, 80? Get buttercream or whipped cream filling, icing, or chocolate icing like a...
What are you, a criminal?
What are you, a criminal?
Stop drinking normal milk, Anthony.
Why do I want fruit-filled cake? I don't like fruit filling typically and stuff.
Oh.
I mean, I'll do a strawberry Pop-Tart. Sure.
We are the definition of opposites attract because
food-wise.
Food-wise. Like
sometimes, sure.
Yeah, because God, everything you're just like, oh no, fuck that. I'm like, are you kidding me? Like.
If I had to pick a favorite pie, it's gonna be like pecan because it's not
apple.
big floppy pieces of fruit.
Apple.
I mean, I like apple pie.
I love apple pie.
But I just don't like the apples.
You like the crust.
If you could make me an apple pie with just like the cinnamony appley filling, but minus the apple slices,
I'm pretty sure they make an apple like a apple pie
apple
Pop-Tart.
strudel.
I'm pretty sure they're making like an apple pie flavored Pop-Tart.
It's not really that enticing for me. I'm just using apple pie as an example.
Or am I thinking? I'm thinking of toaster strudel. I think that's what I'm thinking of.
Maybe.
I love toaster strudels.
They're all right. I'm just not a big filled fruit.
You're not a pastry person.
No, I am.
Oh.
I'll mow the shit out of pastries. It just depends on which ones.
Yeah.
I don't want anything fruit filled, really.
Yeah.
Depending on what it is, I'll deal with it. But by and large, no thanks. But give me like a cupcake or a donut, and I will embarrass myself.
Yeah.
I might be huddled in front of the fridge so you can't see me. But
Shameless precious.
Look away, I'm hideous.
Come around the corner. Don't look at me.
No, I do love. There are some times where I'm like, oh goddamn, I hate having a sweet tooth because it's just so bad for you. Like our friend Chris, not a sweets guy.
Yeah,
doesn't like sweets. I envy him for that. It's probably so much easier to not eat like a fucking moron.
Like there are times, like in the past couple of nights, I'm like, God, I just want
something sweet.
I want a dessert.
Exactly. Like that's why I think it was great that I found that recipe for just 2 chocolate chip cookies. Granted, they're 2 kind of really big chocolate chip cookies. You can break them into 4. It's really a recipe for 4 normal human-sized chocolate chip cookies, 2 on the bigger side chocolate chip cookies. Yeah. But at least I don't have to make a whole batch of them and then I eat them and then I'm like, God, I hate myself. But no, sweets are great.
What are you gonna do? But I think we'll end here. We meant to go for 45 minutes, but we went for 42. Anyways, or 52. Sorry.
Oh. I was going to say, what's the problem with that? But okay, I get it now.
We went over, but...
Whoops.
But we haven't been doing these for a while, so we're just making up for the time lost.
Right.
We're going to try to keep doing more of these. But, Nicki Dimalanta, where can they find you? Online?
Mostly on Twitter at Dimmy, DIMMMYYY.
Pressure on Twitter to get her to do reaction TikToks. I think she will excel in that. I think you would do great in that. But anyways.
I would forget to post. That's my problem.
You don't have to.
I'm not consistent.
Well, you don't have to be consistent. It's just do it for fun.
But I also, if I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it like a fucking winner.
Yeah.
I'm one of those people. Most of the time, if I'm doing something, I got to go balls to the wall.
I think I'm just going to start sending you stuff like react to this, and just do it. Just duet me, and then or duet that video and just post it like that.
Because if I'm going to do something, I'm going to do it.
You got
like a winner.
Yeah, you got the that's free. Yeah. As for me, you can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Drew Dimalanta and on TikTok at Rogue Leader Drew. Thank you, everybody. Give me 5,000. They give me to 10,000 now, people. I'm almost 6, so run away. If you're listening to this on audio form, please follow the feed and rate us.
And if you're listening to us on YouTube, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell icon in the lower right hand corner. See, we do things on YouTube.
You make fun of me?
Absolutely, I am. Your radio voice, yeah.
Thank you so much for joining us on this episode of the RADcast. The RADcast, not Beyond. The RADcast. We'll see you guys next time.
Bye.
Later.